have to do that's earth-shattering or life-saving or whatever. Oh boy, I can't believe what technology you're using. Explain to me what you do, how you're doing this, how this is happening. You have your smartphone.
Yes.
And you had your iPad.
Right, iPad before.
And does it have a camera inside of it?
Yes.
Okay.
They both do.
And so if somebody wants to see the picture right now, are you just recording it or is this
I'm recording it. I'm recording it.
Is it live?
I'm recording it live.
Okay, you're recording it live.
Right.
Can somebody go someplace and see that picture
Now?
right now?
No.
Okay.
No, they will have to go to YouTube to actually, to actually see what is going on right now with the picture. And what I'm trying to do is situate it.
When you have a guest, that's a good thing to have. Then you can archive those things, right?
Yes. Actually, YouTube archives it.
Matter of fact, let me do this, Gwen. I make this promise to you, okay? Once I get elected, you've got me on tape. You've got my word, okay? Get a hold of me in a year. Get my butt back in here again and see if I've lived up to my words.
And you know, that's what I say to people. All the promises that every elected candidate has made to you, that you need to be making note of what those things are that they're promising. And then you need to hold their butt to it, you know? That's what accountability is about.
Yes, but within experienced people, sometimes the promises they make are just not doable. They say it as a popular thing
but
to get elected
you need to then be courageous enough, honest enough, to then come before the people and say, I know I promised that I would do X, Y, Z, but this is why I can't do it.
Yes.
But you know, don't pretend that you never said it. Don't pretend that you never promised it. And then, you know, people are saying, well, what the heck happened? I thought he or she said they were opposed to this. Now all of a sudden they're for it. And what they're thinking is, another one's been brought off. Yeah. Absolutely, right? Absolutely. Another one has been brought off. And that's sometimes not the case. Sometimes it is. Well, but sometimes not the case.
When I affirm what you say, bought off, I don't think that they physically take money. But I do think that they, and I'll use this term.
Sometimes you get influence. You get to go to that, or party or fair or event or whatever. And it's something that you would have not paid for or been able to pay for, in your current, situation, a financial situation. But it's nice that, hey, I'm now a part of the in crowd. That's what you get. You become a part of the in crowd.
My byline of my card is, let's bring government back to the people. Mm-hmm. That's as simple as that. We have a representative form of government, which means we have representatives. And when you look at the flow chart of people, it should be citizens at the top and then your commission underneath that.
And I think most of them have that, don't they?
They do. And they need to. They need to be reminded of it. They do.
Yes, they need to actually follow through with the way that they have that org chart set up, and that's an organizational chart that outlines the way, all the different parts of the puzzle of government works, and they all have normally the citizens at the top. And that means that you're at the top, that you're important, Mr. and Mrs. Citizen, Mr. and Ms. Citizen, that you're the one that we are concerned about. That's where our passion is driven, by helping you and working for you. We see ourselves as public servants. So, yes, absolutely. Closing comments.
Well, once again, I thank you, Gwen, for letting me come on the Truth Show. This is a place where you're not supposed to tell anything but the truth. That's for sure. My name is Roland Villa. You can go to rolandvillafrommayor.com and take a look at my bio, my resume, some of the things that I'm talking about. My primary issues are, let's stop the spending, lower the property taxes. We need to watch our utility rates because they're growing and growing. We need to fix the Daytona Avenue Bridge. We need to fill empty businesses on US 1 with an effective and transparent CRA process. We need to improve our recreation for our kids, restore business and family-friendly image. I've been recommended for mayor by the Daytona Beach Area Association of Realtors, even though I'm not the incumbent. That's very unusual for them to do, but I've always received their backing because they know that I've been very pro redevelopment, which lowers taxes in the community, and it's that way. Government's gone wild, and I'm just asking to bring government back to the people. And I will be a very, very stingy steward of your tax dollars. It's time for us to renegotiate our own home budgets, and the government should do the same thing. Government needs to go on a diet, and I'm more than willing to be your representative, to represent you and all the businesses and the citizens. And this time around, I'm learning every day. It wasn't that I wasn't learning before, but I have the knowledge of the people, which is people power is important power. And I really thank the people for firing me because it's given me a much better perspective of how to do things right. And any good elected representative, they should have the experience that I had, and then they will fully understand what it takes to be a good representative. Thank you, Glenn.
Thank you, and you have been listening to Roland Villa, who is a candidate for mayor of the city of Holly Hill, and his name will be on the November ballot, and I'm sure he is hoping that you will cast your vote for him. Thank you, Roland. I appreciate it very much. I'm going to take just an added moment to share, and this isn't something, Roland, that you're in favor of, but I'm going to talk about some of these ballot issues that are coming up and just share with the people. You know that last week we had the League of Women Voters on, and they share with you their recommendations, not recommendations, but shared with you the pro and con information in regards to the total of 11 ballot issues, though they number 12, but one of those has been removed, and that is, I believe, number 7. It has been restated in a new ballot issue, and it had to do with religion. But that was religion in the school system. But there are 11 ballot issues and 12 numbers of ballot issues that will be on the ballot for Volusia County. And in addition, as I started out talking, there will be at least the one referenda that is on there, which has to do with the school system, Volusia County school system, and they're asking that you vote to increase the sales tax that you pay, and or the tax that you pay, which would be used to pay for things like athletics and other types of activities which do not necessarily come on as a part of the regular school program. And I've asked that you join me in supporting that ballot issue or that referenda, because I decided, even though initially I was not going to go with it, and I'm thinking like a lot of you out there who are saying that, you know, they have enough money, they waste enough money, they need to start cutting, trimming from the top, etc. But I've heard the school superintendent Smith talk about that and how they have made several cuts, including cuts with our teachers and the like. And I'm saying in memory of Al Williams as a part of the legacy that goes with him. And I know that this referendum is something that he supported, is something that he encouraged us to support because it has to do with and supports athletics, which he totally supported, as do I, athletics in our school system from our junior high, in fact, even from elementary straight up, even kindergarten. We know that obesity is a big problem in our country, so it's key and important that we have some kind of physical ed program in our school system, but this goes beyond that. It actually involves funding for athletics in the school system so that we can have some of these, continue to have some of these football teams, even in junior high, what do they call that now, I guess middle school, up to high school level. And this would provide some funding for that, in addition to other areas where we are lacking in funding, because you don't want funds to be going from the schools, the instructional part of it, to go to other areas like these. And I will tell you too that unlike the tax money that was paid, that the sales tax that we paid, that had to go totally to buildings, what this fund does is allow funding to go to other things like paying for teachers and like paying for athletics and like paying for art or cultural types of activities and related activities like that you would not, would be actually the first ones to be cut when it comes to cuts in our school system. So I do want to encourage you to vote for that referendum. Again, that's an increase in funding for the school system. And I will tell you too that as far as the amendments go, in my reading through those, and if you heard the program last week, you heard me say, and Roland, I'm sure that you may be one that supports this amendment 4 that the realtors are pushing and others. But I joined the League of Women Voters in saying that now they did not say this last week because they were in an educational mode, but they have released a press release that says that they're totally opposed to all of the amendments and they ask that you vote against them all. I am saying to you that I am opposed to 1 through 8 and 12. 1 through 8 and 12. I'm still considering 9 through 11. Now there is no 7, by the way. But 1 through 8, I'm saying no. 12, I'm saying no. 9 through 11, I'm still thinking about those and weighing those. The problem with those is that it's kind of misleading because in parts of them they're saying like they're giving something to a group that you've already given the money to, and what you're doing is expanding the group that you're going to be allowing some kind of adjustments in terms of their property taxes and the like. So that's something you need to think about. You know, if you were saying that before you had to be a Florida resident, if you were injured in wars overseas or whatever, and now you're saying you no longer have to be a Florida resident when you